Cool you, man. So today we're going to be talking about why has the UK became stagnant. Go on, Flo. What do we mean by that?
The UK is stagnant compared to America. Let's be real. The UK doesn't really network. People don't help each other. People don't really get anywhere.
It's not a nice country. And as well, what you'll notice is as well, yeah, just think of it from what social media portrays to us, yeah. Think about the UK youth compared to the USA youth. We find that there's a lot more millionaires or a lot more six-figure annually earning teenagers in the US compared to the UK. But I wonder why that is. Why do you think that is? Go on, Flo.
I think the youth, they're just focused on negativity
On the
rather
wrong
than
things.
positivity.
Yeah, for real. I can't like in the UK. There's too much focus on because there's too much glamorizing of things.
Key word.
Oh, key word. There's
Glamorizing.
too much glamorizing of things such as not that there's anything wrong with these things, but all of these things come in time. Too much glamorizing over girls, relationships. Because this video is for boys and girls, so relationships are a big distraction. A lot of antisocial behavior is a big distraction. A lot of crime. Like, I think crime and girls are probably the biggest things because they're the two things that make someone feel like they're cool. If somebody has loads and loads of, they're getting all the girls, they're getting all the boys, it makes them look cool. If someone's really deep in crime, they're getting loads of that crime glamorizing. They look like they're something that they're not. Do you understand what I mean? God, tell them about the US.
Yeah. Another thing, I feel like in the US, people actually are up for learning. Here, people are not willing to take lessons from people that actually have experience. And the reason why I say the key word is experience is because here in the UK, there's not much people that have experience, but the people that do are very far. They've had businesses, they're educationally like forward.
Advanced. Truly.
Yeah.
And as well, the problem with the UK, there's not a lot of structure. For example, I can only talk about the things, we will only talk about the things that we know. For example, in the UK, 90% of the time, obviously within reason, if you're under the age of 16, and we're going to talk about crime here, and you get caught for borderline any sort of crime, whether that mean carrying a weapon, stealing, assault, things like that, you don't get in enough trouble. It's a slap on the wrist. You don't get enough trouble. Hence why you'll find that young offenders will offend more than once because the first time...
They take it for granted.
Yeah, if they take it for granted. The first time that they offended, it wasn't rectified enough. Hence why they think, I carried a weapon before and I got away with it. So if I carry a weapon now, I'm just going to get away with it. But that's not right. The UK needs to aim to put some more heavier, not even laws, need to sanction things accordingly. Truly, they need to sanction things. They don't sanction things accordingly. Hence why, the youth is just not... The youth just seems to think that they can do whatever they want. The youth seems to think they can just smoke, drink alcohol, do
That's
the
why
wrong
people are stagnant. Am I about to cut you off?
Go on, Flo.
People are very stagnant, especially the youth. The older people they've already had the things like they was able to buy houses at a lower price. Now everything's more difficult. There's more competition, I would say.
Truly.
And especially this youth, they're very immature. That's what I would say. People don't get mature quick enough. And if people are able to become mature quick enough, they'll be able to go further because they'll be willing to take lessons in. They'll be able to talk to older people and actually take the wise words that
Most definitely.
they are receiving.
Yeah, and I think as well, there's a lack of, in the UK, there's a lack of, not a lack of role models, there's a lack of the younger generation seeking out to role models. Because as well, another thing that I was going to flow upon, is that, okay, so think of it like this, I'm going to put it in this terminology. Hypothetically, someone grows up in an area such as, let's just say Newham, Waltham Forest, or Redbridge, areas like this, areas that are quite high in crime rate, They don't have strong family watching over them, if that makes sense. They don't have the older brother sitting them telling them this is wrong.
They don't have the foundation.
The foundation's not there. Hence why they feel like they need to make these wrong decisions, for example. But the biggest problem is that as soon as you start stepping into the life of crime, the life of gangs, the life of carrying a weapon, it's extremely hard to retract from it and then rehabilitate yourself to actually do the right thing. And it's hard. That's why it's difficult now, because the problem that the UK and that the government's having is that they're all of a sudden only now realizing what's going on with the youth, going on outside on the streets. And it's hard because then they're going to sit there, which they have been, and sit there and say, well, don't do crime. Well, don't carry a weapon. Well, don't do this. Don't join a gang. The problem is it's a little bit too late for them to start fixing the people who have already endured into that lifestyle. It's a bit late for that now because it's too difficult to get out of it. children are already in that life now look at it as, well, I'm already in the life now. I
So I'm
can't
just gonna
leave.
stay in it
Just have
forever.
to stay in it forever.
Yeah.
But then, my word to the government truly is, well, what do you expect? You make it extremely hard for people to get a job, but then you also complain when people do things like sell drugs, get into that illegal ways of making money, but then you don't make it any easier for the youth to actually get legitimate jobs. On to the next point, yeah. We're going to be talking about relationships. And I'm going to say in black and white, relationships do one of two things at a young age. They either distract you or your other half supports your goal. The problem is that before you get into a relationship, if you haven't already established a goal, established what you want to do with your life, have some sort of direction, your relationship will naturally just distract you. Then the problem is, just like with crime, just like with relationships, when you get deep in a relationship, even when you figure out that, hold on, I'm getting distracted too much, I need to focus on my own life, you feel like you cannot leave it. It's not the other person's fault as well. It's part of life. Natural as humans, when we start to do something and we feel trapped, the easiest option is to just stay inside of it.
Say you're in a relationship. Look at your partner. Let's see the people that they're surrounding themselves with and see if that's really the person that you want to be with. Yeah. The person that's going to support your goals, the person that's going to help you get money, the person that's going to be emotionally there for you as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And these are big things, especially if you want to make money. Not saying that money has to be the foundation of the relationship, but eventually you guys want to earn money together.
Yeah. Get
you want to build a family.
Yeah,
like these are all things that are very important for youth.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak about it from my perspective. Yeah, obviously I'm my boy. Yeah, so if you decide that you want to endure in a relationship, you want a girlfriend, you want to do all the little cute stuff, all of that, that's completely understandable. Everyone wants to have a lovely relationship. Relationships with all people in life are extremely important, but who you choose to have that relationship with, you have to make sure that they are optimal for your lifestyle, because there's no such thing as the right girl or the right boy or the perfect boy or the perfect girl. Yeah. It's all about what works the most efficiently for you and your lifestyle, what you're trying to do. For example, me as a businessman, I know that if I'm looking for a relationship, I need to find somebody who is focused on their own stuff, because I know I'm an extremely busy person. I'm always focused on the business, on the work. So my girl has to be focused on her own things so that she doesn't feel neglected by me. Also, one more thing to add on to that point here is that my girl has to be extremely supportive, because what's the point of me being with someone that's not going to support me with my dreams, just like how I would support her with her dreams? You know what I mean? Yeah. Get the flows. All right, cool, you lot. So I can't lie, that's a little flows. This is just our first little video. Soon, gonna make our own little podcast thing. Name, who even knows? The name is pending. But obviously, you know the thing. Shop CTB, Young Hustler Chuckers are out. We've got new F with Ducks shorts and t-shirt sets out as well. Jerseys coming in soon. Everything like that. Cams.
And Mizar. Let me just add on one more thing.
Add the extra flow.
The thing about this, what's different with this, we're teenagers. We're still learning. We have a lot to learn. And we just want to put out a message that the youth can become better and they can become bigger, compared to America.
Because there's not enough people out there trying to improve the youth. That's the problem. Is that everyone's so selfish in improving their own life that nobody's sitting there and truly thinking, how can we actually help the youth? Because the reality is, in the UK, the youth do need help. If you look around, look at what's happening outside. We're having youth killing youth. Literally. People, younger boys and younger girls killing each other. The UK's youth is completely, the government's lost it now. They've lost it. So it's up to us as the people to try and rectify it and fix the situation, because what's going on outside is not right. Truly, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous, truly.
So it has to be fixed.
Has to be rectified.
And this is our message for our first episode.
Come on.
We have more to come.
Chase the bread. Prioritize that hustle like always. Young Hustler ting.
The link for the website will be right here. Boom. See that?
Shop it. Truly.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine.